Dirprwy Lywydd, last night 2 Transport for Wales trains were involved in a low-speed collision near Llanbrynmair in Powys, mid-Wales. Sadly, a man has died following the collision and 15 others have suffered injuries which are not believed to be life-threatening or life-changing. Our thoughts are with all those involved. The Cambrian Railway east of Machynlleth will be closed while specialist teams continue their investigations, and Transport for Wales urges passengers not to travel to this part of the network. I'm extremely grateful to the emergency services who attended the scene and helped our passengers and staff. The safety of our passengers and staff is, as always, our key priority. Transport for Wales are working closely with all agencies, including emergency services and the Rail Accident Investigation Branch, to understand how this accident happened, and they will have my full support.
Russell George.
Can I, Cabinet Secretary, align myself with your views as well in terms of our thoughts being with the family of the gentleman who sadly died. And of course, it must have been an anxious time for the many others involved, including the 15 that you mentioned were injured as well. And again, also the emergency services, how they reacted so quickly to the incident as well. The public will want to know what happened and how it could have happened. So I appreciate there are investigations that need to take place, and you've outlined some of that. But can you tell us who is leading on those investigations? What agencies are involved in that? How are the governments working together? And can you provide any timelines as to when we might have any initial answers to those 2 questions in terms of what happened and why and how this could have happened? Also, Cabinet Secretary, of course, the trunk road and the railway line is currently closed still. Can you give us any indication of when that might be reopened? And if you can't do that today, can you tell us when you'll be in a position to make any update on that? And then finally, you mentioned that 15 people were injured. Is there anything more you can say about the level of injury those people suffered as well?
Llywydd, can I thank Russell George and members across the Chamber for how constructive they've been today in assessing what has happened in the past 24 hours. What has happened is tragic, but it will take time to come to conclusions, and the Rail Accident Investigation Branch is leading the investigation into the incident, supported by British Transport Police. A full report could take months, several months, but it may be possible for the Rail Accident Investigation Branch to produce an early indication of the cause. That would be for that branch, that organisation, to issue. We will not be interfering, and we wish to give the Rail Accident Investigation Branch as much time and freedom to conduct an exhaustive inquiry as they need. I received updates throughout the night, and then this morning met with the CEO of Transport for Wales, James Price, with the First Minister. And James Price is at the scene today. The situation is fluid, as members, I'm sure, can appreciate. In terms of the time frame, the A470 will reopen once the Rail Accident Investigation Branch and British Transport Police allow it to be. We are in their hands at the moment, but I will inform members as soon as we get an indication of when that route can be reopened. Meanwhile, the local diversions that are in place do appear to be working well, and Transport for Wales have just confirmed to me that rail services are still unable to operate on the Cambrian line between Machynlleth and Shrewsbury until at least the end of tomorrow. Rail replacement services are in operation, but I will keep members informed of the timeframe regarding reopening the line and reopening the road. I can't pass comment on the severity of individual injuries, but as I said, we are confident that none were life-threatening or life-changing, and I'd like to put on record my thanks to all of the emergency services who were present. I know also that British Transport Police have specialist officials who have been assisting the family of the gentleman who sadly lost his life last night. I've met with unions as well today for very constructive talks, hearing about what additional support should be brought forward for staff. My understanding is that 4 members of staff were on the trains, approximately 40 members of the general public.